Can someone just tell me if, yeah, hi, I think, are we audible? Is it good? This is my first live stream, so just let me know if everything is good. Can you see me? Can you hear me? So, someone let me know. Raghav is online, I guess, so just tell me, Raghav. Yeah. Damn, I feel like a professor in college asking people if I'm online or not. Uh, Hello. Yeah. Yes. So yeah, so Raghav, biochemistry switched from MSc Chem to MSc Physics Eco after your first year. Yeah, so Raghav, I think it is definitely possible to do that, but then you need to have a certain amount of CGPA in your first year. So in your first year, if you get more than 9 plus, you will be allowed, or 8.5 plus. It depends from year to year, but then you will be able to shift from one dual degree to another dual degree. So then that's definitely a possible option. So yeah, it's definitely possible. Can someone let me know if it's possible? Can let me know if it's all right, the audio, the video. Yeah, yeah. Any other questions? I didn't. Yeah. Let's take up some questions which are there in my chat before. One second. Yeah. So yeah, so Jayashri Padi has asked. I mean, it was a few days back. So, what is the future mechanical engineers and where can they get help from? So, in my opinion, mechanical engineers, I think it's pretty good. I mean, because one thing about mechanical engineers is that there is a lot of opportunities in fields such as consulting and finance that many people do end up taking. Let's say in the future, people who are in mechanical, many other people do end up taking a finance minor and then they end up taking things like going into fields like consulting and finance. Some of them even join big consulting companies like BCG or BCG or McKinsey and a lot of other these kind of companies. And in terms of core mechanical engineering, there are companies which do come like Tyson Group, companies like Honeywell do come. There are other companies. There are other core mechanical companies which do come for practice school like Mercedes Benz and all these companies. But then I think number of people go into core mechanical, I think it's significantly lesser as compared to the people who are going for something like consulting and finance. If you're expecting a high-paying job just after your just after graduation, in mechanical core engineering, it's kind of difficult. But then, let's say if you want to do a master's, that maybe a friend of mine called Harish, he's doing his master's. So then it's pretty cool. So I think that's something to be concerned about. Yeah. So the next question. One second. I'll be getting back to you right now. Yep. And for allotment of PS1 for dual CGP, how many semesters are taken into consideration? So PS1 generally happens at the end of the second year summer vacation. That is your PS1. So semesters like will be a first, second, third, and fourth semester. PS1, I think. Sorry, until your third semester. Yeah. So fourth semester is not counted for PS1. So basically, until your third semester, PS1 is calculated. But PS1, I don't think it's that important as you think it is. If you have a very good CGP, you can get into really good stations like CD or any other good stations which come. And many of the PS1 stations, they are unpaid. I mean, they're just for research. You just go there and learn something. So I think that's pretty cool. But PS1, many of the people during the time of PS1, they just end up, what do you say? They just prepare for summer internships or something like that. So yeah, that's the most important part about PS1. Yeah. And another question. Hi, Bhaiya, I got civil in Hyderabad campus and it remained same in second iteration. Is there any hope of stream being changed in the upcoming iterations? Also, please tell me what is the average package and placement rate for civil and chemical in Hyderabad campus. I also have an option of doing CSE in KIIT Bhubaneswar. Should I go for it? or do I go for bits? Stream is not the matter, but college and placement statistics. See, your stream matters as much as it depends. There's a direct correlation between stream and placements because some companies they don't allow certain other branches to actually sit for the placements. So I think it's important to understand that as important as you think it is, it's important for you to understand that stream is also an important thing to think about. And at the same time, as far as chemical and civil is concerned, generally the core opportunities, chemical civil, they are not that high. Oh, Natala, RBD. Okay. So RBD is, I think, Darissa is one of the extreme examples of the people who have gone into chemical engineering. Yeah, so he's another guys from core chemical engineering that he got placed. I don't know when I don't know in first semester 4-1 he got placed well. So I think if you have any doubts related to chemical engineering, I'll be done a size in the chat. He'll be able to help you out with the placements and what to study and what not to study and all. So I think that's pretty cool. And what about civil? I think I've talked to several of my people from IITs and other bits and other colleges as well. So I think civil, there are companies in civil which do come. There are certain government companies and especially public sector units which do come. But then their package is not that high as you think it is. And my friend from IIT Kanpur, he's working with me. He was the branch topper in civil. So he was telling me about if you there are opportunities in civil and especially IIT Kanpur has extremely good infrastructure for other core branches like civil and aerospace and all. So he was saying me that if you really want to get into civil, you need to do a master's as well. And there is money in civil engineering. Of course, you need structures, you need roads, you need to build all these things. But then it takes certain amount of time. It's not like you just graduate and you get 25 LPA and all. That rarely happens. Okay. Ian Shukla. For getting B in CS duals, what is minimum CGPA required in all three campuses? Anything above 8 plus will do. 8 plus CGPA should be enough to get CS. And generally, CS, it's slightly, generally, a safe bet would be 8 plus, 7.9 plus, 8 plus, you should get CS. It's not something which keeps increasing and decreasing from time to time. It's generally, it remains pretty standard. So yeah. But targeting 8.5 plus and 9 plus, that's pretty good. Yeah. Let's see another question. Uh, okay, give me a minute. Are mechanical students from BITS allowed to sit for IT placements? See, there are companies which allow you to sit for placements. Like there are certain product-based companies, but then especially in BITS, they do keep a hard stop at EC, Triple E, NI, and computer science. But mechanical engineering students, some of them are allowed, some of them are not allowed. So it's generally it's a little risky because if you want IT placements and if you're in mechanical, there are chances that you will get disappointed. I know many of my friends were pretty good coders, but then I know one of the best examples, Aditya Kurkure. He did GSOC, he was in mechanical. But then he went and he did an off-campus internship at Cred, and he got an offer as a mobile developer in Cred. So I think that's very very cool. There are opportunities that you can avail, but then from a bits point of view, it's slightly on the lesser side. So do think about it. Yeah. If you can, okay. If you can explain the loan process at bits and is it easily available? See, okay, again, the loan process at bits. When you enter into bits, so when you enter into bits itself, you will be given an option like, do you want to take a loan, especially when you can register. There will be an SBI counter put up, so it's a very very streamlined process that banks they want to give you loan because they know that if you go to bits, there's a high chance that you will end up repaying the loan as well. So generally, the banks they will give you loan, but as I mentioned in another video of mine, it's at a slightly higher interest. I mean, it's around 8.2 percentage. It's a percentage if it's 8.2 percentage of rate of return. So you will end up paying a slightly higher EMI just after you graduate, and for the first 4 years, you'll have simple interest on the loan amount that you've taken, and after that, the interest is compounded year after year. So the if you pay it off quickly, then it's sorted off its own. But then if you take time in paying it, if you take otherwise, then the interest rate will just keep getting compounded again and again. So that will make it extremely difficult for you as well because it's not a wise decision to. prolong your loan. That's my take on it. Sharma ji, thank you Sharma ji, thank you for 1K subs. आप भी सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिए और शेयर पैकेज 30 LPA प्लस वो सब मैं रिवील नहीं कर सकता हूँ शर्मा जी। ये बिच से है क्या तू शर्मा जी और बोरा है क्या? आई एम नॉट श्योर बट दैट्स I'm not able to reveal all these things, especially on the internet for privacy. Let's hope for the best. And yeah, acha, nahi hai kya? Okay, let me take another question then. IIT Patna CSE versus BITS Hyderabad CSE, and how much free time do we get in IIT versus BITS? See, I would say that IIT Patna, any other lower IITs versus BITS Hyderabad CSE, I would say if you have the money and if you how do I put this? Like, especially BITS has this practice school program which IITs do not have. Especially having worked with several people from the IIT in the last, especially working in Pramala, I've met so many people from top IITs, IIT Bombay, Kanpur, Delhi, and these people they were like, okay, you guys have a 6 month long practice school program, so that they really like the program, and many of the people who were there, they had to like literally give a lot of interviews to like get to the company where I am and getting paid almost at a similar level. But I would say that it definitely makes both of them are good options. IIT Bombay CSE versus BITS Hyderabad CSE. And if you're able to afford bits and if you want to explore and if you want a lot of free time in your hand, bits definitely with the zero attendance policy it makes sense. But if it's not otherwise, then I would say go for IT Patna. It's a pretty good option. Issue. Okay. How easy to transfer branches and bits? So okay, see generally branch transfer and bits it's a difficult process. I mean I wouldn't say it's very difficult or impossible, especially transferring to computer science. It'll take you around 9.6 plus 9.7 plus easily of your first year CGPA. It's not just first semester CGPA, it's your entire first year CGPA. So whatever it may be, you need to push through and get a branching. That's something that you desperately want. So I would definitely suggest that don't bank too much on the branch transfer, but then if you get it, then that's amazing. So you need at least 9.6 plus, especially in which there's a lot of distractions, especially in first year. You would want to explore, you want to try new things, and it's natural. I tried a lot of new things, I learned a lot. So I think it's ultimately up to you. So getting a branch transfer is not, especially from single degree, let's say mechanical to computer science or mechanical to ECE, it's difficult. Yeah. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Yeah. Yes. So, how easy is it to transfer branch? Okay, that's done. How easy is it to transfer branch of MSc Chem to MSc Eco, or for example, dual to degree to single degree after dual degree to single degree after first year? See, I don't think dual degree to single degree. I don't think you can't. I'm not sure if that's possible because that's a 5 year degree and there's a 4 year degree. But then MSc chemistry to MSc eco is definitely possible. That horizontal transfer. It's called a horizontal transfer in bits. So if you get an 8.5 plus CGPA, you should be able to transfer. A friend of mine, a good friend of mine, she transferred from MSc physics to MSc eco at the end of her first year, and she got computer science as well. So she's doing eco plus CS. So I think that's a pretty good option. And yeah, where does BITS planning stand among the top engineering colleges in India? See, I mean, you can compare it in a lot of different ways. I mean, in terms of placements, in terms of people, culture, entrepreneurship. So you need to be more specific. But having spent 4 years in BITS, I really like it, and I think it's a good. At least I got a good ROI on my investment in BITS, and it depends on the way you work, depends on the kind that you meet and the friends that you have. So I would say that overall, if you ask me, I think if it depends on the way you use it. I mean, let's say you take Q, for example. I'm not sure if you know him. if he's a YouTuber as well. He's one of the people who leveraged the BitStar as much as possible. He helped aspirants. He got a co-founder in Bits. He started up in Bits. He got funding for the startup in Bits. He did so many. He leveraged the alumni network so much, and he learned so much. And he has some. His startup is worth like I don't know 100 plus crores, and he's just 1 year older than me. So I would say that if you can leverage the tag and if you can leverage your brand in the right way, you can make 100, 200 x return on your investment in bits. So I would say it's a good option if you provided that you work really hard and you get whatever you want. Yeah. How do you come? Okay. Okay. Who? Okay. How do you compare bits IIT and ID? So I would say that if you're getting in top NITs uh, and bits and IIT, I would say that if you have a rank less than 2000 or 3000, definitely go for IIT. I mean, it's not even a question that you need to consider. The question comes when you get a rank of around 5000 to 10,000. That rank, I think that's the very, what do you say, dicey area because you're not getting a very, very good branch that you want in the top IIT. So in that case, I would say if wherever you're getting computer science and circular branches, go for it instead of like taking a lower IIT and lower branch. That's what I did, and I think that makes a lot of sense. I mean, either pick a top IIT and slow lower branch, or better branch and a lower IIT. Don't go for a lower IIT lower branch, and it's better to take uh, something like computer science IIT Trichy or computer science in Bitscoa over something like IIT Palakkad Metallurgy or something like that. Go. Yeah, so that's just my opinion. Where does bits Pilani's okay? I think how I'm using my new MacBook now. How much did your friends score to change their branch? She got around 8.2 plus CGPA. 8.2, 8.8. It's very 8 to 8.5. I'm not sure if it's more than 8.5. Maybe slightly more than 8.5. Not like 9. Maybe 8.5 to 9. Not more than 9 for sure. I've got MSc Chem in Bitsua and I'm trying to pack. Should I buy a laptop? I think it's a good idea to buy a laptop. Maybe I can make a video about what laptops to buy. Maybe it's coming up. Okay, bro, I'll answer your question. What is the probability of happening in iteration 5? See, iteration 5 is the iteration which happens after you come to the campus, right? Okay, so iteration 5 is basically the last iteration. A lot of things can happen. I know many people who shifted campus. They came to Goa and then they went to Pilani. They came to Goa and they went to Hyderabad for a better brand. So a lot of things can happen in iteration 5 and it's always unpredictable like how things change, especially in NITs. Also they have this, I don't know, spot round. I'm not sure if they have this sort of branch change sort of things, but then uh, so I think a lot of things can happen, especially in the last final round, so do take care of that. Thanks, Machi. I am little throat pain. Yeah. How are you feeling now, like college life? And I mean, it's difficult because I mean, yeah, it's a new place, new city, and trying to cope up, trying to learn new things, and trying to like just hanging around with and helping out as many people as possible. And yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty cool being part of the workforce and learning new things. I mean, a lot of new people I've got to meet, especially in the last 14 days. A lot of people from so many different colleges, top IITs, top NITs, and a lot of the completely new, different of exchange of ideas happen. So I think it's pretty cool. Should I get NSUT Mech versus it's Pilani Civil? I would say, I mean, both of them are non-circular branches, so I would say go for a better college like Miss Pilani if you are able to afford it. But then it ultimately depends on you. If you are in Delhi or something, many people do prefer NSUT. Yeah, just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. I'll be back. I'll just take medicine and come back. Hello. Yeah. I think we're back. Yeah. What CGP is required if I want to upgrade from civil to VNI in this Hyderabad? Okay, civil to VNI in which Hyderabad. So anything around 9 plus should be fine, especially when once you go into college, no, you'll be able to understand what is the exact CGPA of seniors got. So I think anything around 9.2 to 9.5 will work, especially if you want to get into a circular branch. Yeah, I mean that should work, but it'll be definitely on the higher side. It's not going to be like 8 plus or 8.5 plus, especially considering a single degree transfer. Uh, shall I take MSc at BITS or CAC at VITSR? See, I mean, I would say take MSc and then work hard to get CS in BITS because the opportunities are way, way higher in BITS as compared to VIT or SRM. And the peer group would also be better, considering that VIT and SRM are also they are private institutions and their brand is not that good. Whereas I know many friends of mine who are dual lights and they got CS and then they are doing extremely well. I mean, comparable to even single degree CS guys. So yeah, make something important a bit exam. Yeah, bro, it's very, very important stuff is coming up from my end at least. I mean, we are building something for Bitsat aspirants, especially for 2024, 2025 batches. So be prepared. There's a lot of good content coming up. Can you explain a system of iterations after round four? What if I am still in the waiting list in round four? Mm, I think especially there's something called a spot round which happens. So there were like people who were in waitlist, they were transferred to some of the not just like chemical or civil in certain campuses. I think that keeps changing. I mean, I'm not very sure of that, but ultimately, I think it makes sense to just keep other options open for you for yourself as well. So don't just depend on a bits any other thing, but then keep other options open. Yeah, pursue a professional basketball career from its planning. You can definitely join the team. I mean, I was a part of the table tennis team. I was a captain in my third year, and I think like so being in bits, I think you will be able to play a lot. You'll be able to go for a lot of top tournaments, competitions, which will happen all across the country. You'll be able to participate and represent your college in a lot of places as well. So, so you will definitely have things to look out for, but at the same time, don't get too dependent in that I will become a professional basketball player after I graduate from bits because it's slightly difficult to do. So you will definitely be able to keep in touch. You'll be able to meet better, really, really good players as well. But don't expect. I'm not sure if professional basketball career is possible, but then definitely you'll be able to be a part of your college team and stuff. Yeah. What kind of content do you want for Bitsar exam? Like what specific content? Because there's a lot of JE related content available already. So on top of that, like how more can we? How what other options are there to help you out? Do let me know. BMSC, MSRIT, MSRIT, Bangalore Electronics and Telecommunications, and US Brent University CS. Again, I think being in Bangalore, I think would be a better option. See, I'm not very sure of these colleges. I'm not a part of these colleges. I don't really know these colleges that well. But then I think it just makes sense to ask people from those colleges and in my opinion, if you're interested in in my opinion, just take computer science if you're not very interested in electronics because electronics is very taxing on yourself because there's a lot of opportunities in electronics, but then at the same time, if you're not from a good college, core companies won't come. And if core companies are not coming, there's no use for your 4 years of preparation anyway. So yeah, yeah. Day preparation कैसे करें, especially LR in English. Done, bro. We can do that. I'll do something like I'll take some last 10 years of bitside questions and I'll personally solve those logical reasoning and English questions so that you can use that and you can keep that as a model and that'll help you out, right? Viber, that works. Yeah. Hi, I just completed sixth sem. Still, I'm confused of how I can get into tech industry. Tried to do web development in DSA, but did not was not able to continue. Really need advice as I'm an EC student. Yeah. So basically, ID. So it depends on which college you're from. So does your college provide good placement? Do they bring good companies to your college? In that case, just go all in on DSA and the CS fundamentals, because somehow or the other your college will have coding rounds of sorts and interviews. You can just tell them that I'm from ECE, and you can be like, you can just dominate on DSA and CS fundamentals. But let's say you're not from a very good college, you need to work on your projects, you need to work on your skill set, have some online portfolios available that people can see your work, participate in hackathons, uh, get some seniors to help you out in terms of referrals and in terms of opportunities that you can have, and then ultimately connect with them and help yourself get a good opportunity. Because getting an opportunity, there's two things: like getting an opportunity and then being prepared for it. If the opportunities you're getting, then you can easily get through if you're prepared well. But then if you're not getting the opportunities, you need to find a way to get those opportunities and prove to them that, you know what, I'm actually a good candidate. Yeah. Okay. But I think college doesn't allow easy students to take placements. So my best shot would be like, do some, again, this is my personal advice, do take a second opinion as well to get the opportunities, especially when it comes to startups and all. Startups are very lenient when it comes to taking tier 3, tier 2 students. They're not really concerned about which college you're from as much as big companies. So they have a streamlined processes. So my approach would be like, go to some startup, go and tell them that this is what I can do. I can help you build this, I can help you build that. And actually do that and show them it's a personal portfolio. Try to target some startups. And having worked in startups, and I can say for sure that many of these people who are very very good engineers are from tier 3, tier 2 colleges. I mean, they are very very good, but then if even if they come up to you and tell you that, you know what, I'm not from an IIT, you won't believe them, because they are very very good at what they do. So make sure to build a portfolio and go talk to different startups, talk to the university recruitment team, and help get the best resources and best outcome for yourself. Maybe the package may not be as good as you think it is, but then getting something is better than nothing. I would say that, do that. Yeah. I'm interested in CSC only, but what should I choose? Should I choose telecommunication Bangalore or EC CSA in Noida? See, I would say if you're interested in CS, go for CS. I mean, when at university, I'm not very sure of the college or anything like that. But then computer science, I think maybe it'll help you get better opportunities. That's my personal opinion. Do get a second opinion on that. I'm not very very sure. So मैं जितना हाई पे बिट्स में entrepreneurship और alumni का उतना सही में सच है क्या? हाँ भाई, तो if you're making the best use and advice, help making the best out of things, then you will get a good return on it. I mean, जो भी है, I mean, compared to certain other colleges, I think BITS is slightly on the higher side. It's not like everybody in BITS becomes an entrepreneur as a much name, but I think definitely there is a certain people are generally, they do think a little out of the box. I mean, I saw many people coming up with YouTube channel, many of the people starting up, especially the first year, second year, and trying out new things. I know a junior of mine, they raised their pre-seed round of 75 lakhs for their own startup. I do see people doing such things. So I think even if there's like one startup or two startups per batch, I think that entire batch will get inspired by them. So I think maybe that helps. Mm. Please tell about finance department with the title branch. So then finance department matlab? So there's something called finance minor. So based on your CGPA and all, you'll be able to get a finance minor. And if you do well in those courses in your finance minor, you can, what do you say? In that finance minor itself, if you there are certain courses will be there. In that courses, if you ace, you'll be able to apply for practice school programs at very, very good companies like JP Morgan and Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, and all these amazing companies which do cover practice school. And based on that, you'll be able to shortlist yourself and do a 6 month long internship there. And based on your performance there, you might get a PPO. Uh, okay. Yeah, changed my single degree to dual degree. Oh, you can definitely change your single degree. You take a reverse dual and basically you bought a reverse dual and a vertical. So yeah, well, logically speaking, I think it is possible. I'm not saying anybody do it, but then if you take these two things independently, you can definitely change from, let's say, civil to CS, and you can definitely take civil as well. So maybe if you have a very, very good CGPA, like I don't know, 9.7 plus, 9.8 plus, you should be able to go and tell the admin that, you know what, I want to do this. They might be able to help you out. Yeah. What to choose, Bitsmec or Goa, Hyderabad, ENI? I would say if you're interested in coding or circuit branches, go for circuitral branches. It might be slightly higher, but then the opportunities in circuitral branches are, I think it's higher as compared to mechanical. That is my opinion because I saw many people in mechanical, they were purely focusing only on consulting and finance. They were banking only on that. The people who were into coding, they the companies around them were slightly on the lesser side. Yeah. Give me that. Yeah. Why is it difficult to do coding along with E9? See, second year is generally tough. I mean, second year in electronics and bits, it is slightly tough. But then you can definitely push through and learn, especially try to focus in your first year itself to try doing DSA and try getting a strong base in DSA so that during your summer internship and you'll be able to ace. If you do well in your summer internship and get a PPO, then your life is sorted. I mean, I know a friend of mine from EC, he got this internship in Salesforce just after he was like the first few people to get an internship during the internship season, and he aced it. He got a PPO, and for he just chilling out for the next 2 years. I mean, he got an internship, he got praised, and he's like, "Bro, I'm not going to do anything." He's playing Valorant for the next 2 years. So it ultimately depends on you. If you put the right efforts in your first year and second year, I mean, and if you get a really really good summer internship, you're basically buying yourself freedom for the next 2 years. I would say that that makes a lot of difference. Yeah. What are my views on BTech CSE of 10 years, like jobs like AI? See, I think that's something that we are all trying to learn and trying to figure out. We're all trying to find a place, trying to work with AI, trying to work independent of AI, how to integrate AI into work as well. So I think there's a lot of things that are changing. I'm not very sure to pinpoint saying that, okay, these are the things which will change. These are the things which will not, because I am also trying to figure these things out. But at the same time, I would say that go having a strong approach towards the end consumer and having a strong approach towards building something for the end consumer, that will, I don't think that's going to fade away, because whatever AI comes, we are humans have this intrinsic motivation of contributing, being able to work, trying to push yourself, trying to have certain qualities which are inbuilt towards humans. So I think AI will only be a tool to help that, because ultimately needs are human centric. It's not AI centric. Whatever products are being built, it's built around humans, right? So yeah, your views on, yeah. Last two questions. Should I focus on DSA and development at the same time for getting into startups? I'm planning on doing MS, what people recommend to gain work experience and go. So, I mean, I think MS is a good option if you have a very, very good CGPA and if you have some LORs. Getting CS, I think it's a pretty doing MS. It seems like a strong option, but I think MS is again a good option because it's a good option, but it's expensive and there's a lot of things at stake, and depends if you are getting into a very very good college. So if you want to get into a very very good college, you need to have certain experience, certain things that they look out for, especially in an MS profile, certain projects or LORs that you have. do you have all of that figured out? Is a question that you need to ask yourself. Maybe I can make a complete video about having doing MS in the US, but do keep that as an option. MS deadly seems like a smart option. Yeah. Placement scenario, average package, and ENI plans. Nothing average package. I'm not very sure of what is the average package, but then I think if whoever studies well and prepares well, and especially who have a strong conviction of like this is what I want to do, they end up preparing well and doing well. I mean, I'm not very sure of the average package. It should be around 14, 15 at least. I would say maybe not more than that. Definitely keep that as the upper limit, especially given that this year there's a recession and all that. But yeah, which Pilani or Tripoli Hyderabad for CSE? Hmm, good question. I mean, if you're getting any of those colleges, first of all, congratulations. And second of all, I think either way, these two colleges are really good. Depends on what you want. Triple ID folks are very, very focused on coding and software development and more of the tech side. But BITS is more on the overall development side. I mean, you get a lot more apart from just tech and engineering. There's a lot more emphasis on clubs and departments, entrepreneurship, talking to people, having fun, fests, sports, committees, this, that. So you get to learn a lot of that. I mean, I wanted that because that's why I went to BITS. I mean, for me, having that entire mixture of getting to meet new people and learn. I mean, for me, that's so important. And if you're just focused on tech and coding, you're like, Miko, my only dream is to like get into Google or get into a very very top product based company. And if I want to be a tech nerd, I mean, then Tripadi Hyderabad is definitely a better option. भैया बिच्छत के कैसा लेवल का होता है, टफ रहता है या फिर जे मीन्स का होता है, या कुछ बताइए इसके बारे में। भाई यही है कि मतलब बिट्स का लेवल थोड़ा उससे भी कम होता है, मतलब नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस बिट्स से ज़्यादा होता है, और जे मीन्स का क्वेश्चन थोड़ा बहुत टफ होता है। आई मीन जे मीन्स इज जनरली फॉर व्हाट do you say, uh, especially if you see the marks as ranks and all that, you will understand that J means especially is on the tougher side as compared to bit side. But definitely there are certain questions in bit side which will also be slightly tougher than J means level. But generally, on an average speaking, bit side is slightly more on the direct formula substitution, direct concept based questions, but it's more questions. What is the package that Yatad Bhaiya got? Yatad Bhaiya was a good example of an anomaly. I mean, he was very, very smart and very talented, but then there was a very, very good company called Schlumberger which came in between. I mean, they came, I don't know, in February or something, because people were not expecting that company to come. And Schlumberger came and they gave a very, very good package for, I think it's a field engineer role. It's not software development, it's not core hardware design, it's not mechanical, but I think it's a very, very good thing. या नहीं, शर्मा जी सबको पता है, शर्मा जी क्या फोड़ा है यार, शर्मा जी। या एनी अदर क्वेश्चंस? Someone asked me a question: how would your personality be if it was if you were in tier 2 tier 3 city? Do you think if you were tier 2 tier 3 college your personality would be different? I would say that, yeah, I mean, being a part of it, I got to like learn a lot. I got to meet a lot of new people. I mean, मेरे को हिंदी नहीं आती थी, मेरे को I was very very confined to like people from Chennai and people from Kerala and all these people. But then bits there was an entire community of people from all over the country, so a lot of exposure in that way. I mean, that's something that I have to give credit to. I mean, otherwise I would have never gotten out of the small friend circle that I had and explored my way out. I think that's something there which happens. Books के बारे में PCF a bit sad. Uh, Books, what books? See, whatever J mean, J advanced books that you're using, do that. I mean, there is Arihant, very, very big Bitsat book for Arihant. Generally, I think people see that questions are on the tougher side and do practice previous year papers and do take up mock tests. I mean, there's a lot of amazing stuff that we are planning for you in the near future that you will be able to have. So do focus on all that. You will be able to get maximum marks as quickly as possible. It's just a question of practice and how clear you are with the concept. It's not a question of you get very, very difficult questions and you won't be able to solve them. It's a question of if you get complete things quickly and more accurately, you'll be able to do well. Yeah. What are your plans after bits? So, right now, I'm in Bangalore at the moment. I'm joined as a software developer at Piramal. Yeah, so I think I'll be working here for a few years, hopefully, and I'll be learning a lot. It's a lot of tech related content. Also, you can expect a lot of questions. I'm in Bangalore and in a very, very good tech park. There are a lot of amazing companies in the tech park. You can go talk to people, have really, really nice conversations with them, and maybe you get recorded and we'll put it in the channel. A lot of really cool stuff coming up, so don't miss that out. It's a lot of fun stuff happening. So yeah, and there's another few questions which were asked previously. Hmm. Sastra, VSC, EC, and Bits Dual. I think Bits Dual would be a very, very good option. I think it makes sense. Yep, I think that's it for the day, guys. What else do you want? Is there anything else you want? Just put it on the comments below. Make sure to subscribe and share it. If there's anybody who has any more questions, feel free to DM in my Instagram. I generally do reply to those messages. And yep, that's it. That's the end of the day. Have fun. Enjoy your Sunday. Have fun as well. Okay. Maya, I got 115 bits at this year and a bigger partial drop. Do you think it's worth it? See, I mean, being a partial drop means you're enrolling in a college and you're studying for BitSat again. Uh, I wouldn't, I wouldn't recommend that. I would say if you're going for a drop, I think put your 100% into it. Don't half-ass these kind of decisions because unless you're very, very confident in it, you won't be able to succeed in either one of them. Because when you join a college and you'll be able to you have to study in that college and you say you have to prepare for this as well. Yeah, I know people who've done that. I know a very good friend of mine who was junior. He studied NIT Goa and then he shifted to BITS Goa the next year. So taking a partial job, it's a risky decision, but then do think about it. Is there any coding subjects in civil? And not that I know. Definitely in the first two semesters you'll have that CP1, CP2, you'll have the basic computer programming courses. But in civil you'll have more of structural modeling, those type of questions. Like I mean, it's not gonna be the right code in C++ to solve a problem or build a software sort of stuff. But then it's gonna be different. Yeah. कुछ बिट्सैट के लिए गाइडेंस वगैरह बताया है ना, बहुत हेल्प हो गया सॉरी प्रिपरेशन के लिए. हाँ बस यही है मतलब प्रैक्टिस करो as many questions as possible from a diverse set of topics. It's not going to be from one topic they're not going to ask too many questions. You'll have a diverse set of questions from all chapters. Focus on each chapter and practice it to a really, really good level. Have a very strong command over NCRT syllabus and make sure to practice as much as possible of various difficulty levels and make sure to be very, very confident and very, very targeted in the questions that you attempt and maximize the accuracy and attempt a lot of questions if possible. Take the bonus questions as well. I think that's going to help a lot. What are the four starting 4 years CAC in bitsat? 4 years CAC in bitsat though different होता है भाई. I saying in bits or I'm not sure what I saying. Average million packages of circular branches of all three campuses. See, our exact stats I'm not allowed. Exact stats I'm not 100% sure of. But then this time there was a recession, and I think to take a very safe bet, you can say that it'll be between 15 to 20. I mean, 15 20 LPA. I wouldn't say more than that. Not definitely not more than that, because second semester there was a complete recession. People were getting laid off from big companies, and first semester I think it was on the higher side, especially if you're someone who's preparing for core companies and all. People who sit with the first sem placements, they did really really well. So I think first sem for sure. Is M1 Mac cool for triple EC? Will I say software issues? Most probably not. I think Mac may should be fine. I mean, most probably you'll end up using MATLAB. I think most of the software that you'll be doing EC triple is based on MATLAB and Simulink. So yeah. Do you know any players from BITS who competed in nationals? Yeah, bro. A lot of people from BITS go. They were national level players in basketball. If that's what you were looking for. There was It's a pretty important thing. Yeah. With CSU was Scale Academy. I think Scale Academy is actually linked with Bits. Is that? I'm not very sure. I remember reading about it. They've actually tied up with Bits of some sort. They're doing this. So do check it out on that. I'm not very sure of what Scale Academy is doing. They're building a Scale Academy university of sorts. So I think I remember reading that they have tied up with Bits. So yeah. Uh, Good boy. Left Bits because of the fees. Uh, Okay, but yeah, that's it, guys. I mean, anything else you can ask me? Does CG matter in placements? It does matter in placements. Do CG matters a lot, especially for practice school and placements. CGP matters. So do look at it. It's going to help you out a lot. Yeah. Whew. Yeah. Anything else? So now I'm leaving in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.5, 1. Thank you. Bye bye. Make a Discord server. I will do that. Okay. Bye bye. शेयर कर लेना सब्सक्राइब कर लेना कुछ तो कर लेना दोस्तों प्लीज अपना अपना सब्सक्राइबर थोड़ा बहुत बढ़ा लेना हेल्प हेल्प बहुत बहुत हेल्प कर दीजिए अपना दोस्त को ठीक है बाय बाय गाइस बाय बाय हैप्पी सिंग I will make a Discord server Ayush I will make a Discord server don't worry about it. We'll do that we'll be working on that thank you